Welcome, welcome, welcome to Twisted Tuesdays with Reverend Black Jewel and L. Guess the co-host, homegirl, and I was gonna say something, but you know who you are, right? So,
Lord Nicole Haldane, the
it
Dundada.
doesn't matter. See, I look. I'm just calling you L. See, give it up for L. Dun dada, dun dada.
Artist extraordinaire. Yeah. Art historian. Producer. Woo!
L.
Oh, wait. I forgot.
Okay, so this is going to be a lot of fun tonight. We're going to be addressing 50 years of hip hop, the crack epidemic, and the trauma left behind, which Black Jewel, here I am, and how to recover from that. In my experience, I'm going to give you experience. We're going to bring in the major arcana, and if you don't know what that is, that's about the tarot cards, the spiritual system, and tonight we'll be observing the full. This is the African tarot set that I use often, handy dandy Afro-American tarot. But we're gonna delve into the fool tonight, the fool's journey,
Yeah.
right? Elle, you want to do the ad?
Yeah, let's wait a little bit to do the ad. And let's jump right into this question with
Okay,
the first segment.
thank you.
So we really just want to focus in on just kind of your experience during the crack epidemic. We got our little introduction started within episode 1, and we want to come back and we want to dive deeper. So, in your experience, can you recall times or stories where you were the fool?
Of course, yes. Yeah, up until this very day. When we talk about the fool is carefree, naive, aloof, has nothing to really, no material things in one set of cards. Just the fool is a young boy, it's playful energy, a curious energy, and a rebellious energy. And we're definitely going to talk about that. But it has a knapsack, like the hobo knapsack, and a little friendly dog to, warn him on his way on his journey. So the Fool is the journey that goes through the major arcana, and we'll talk to that as these episodes evolve. Me, myself, being the Fool during the crack epidemic, I'll say that just being in a peer system where it was try, go ahead and try it. And then hearing the cliches, well, don't make the money, don't let the money make you, you make the money. Don't let drugs do you, do the drugs.
Mm.
That's some foolish thinking because you can easily get enmeshed in these spirits that you're around when you're delving into crack, which I always hated to say. But anytime that you're using a form of drugs, it's a spirit that comes along with it, and it's a rebellious spirit. And because you're killing your own self unbeknownst just for a good time, and I respect it. I respect now that on my journey, I didn't know anything and I didn't know any better. I was really naive and I was rebellious during the years of that hip hop generation when we was listening to songs to Two Life Crew and it ain't no fun unless your homie can have some. I got caught up
Mm.
in a couple scenarios, right? So,
Wow, I didn't even
and
know a song literally said that. That's wild.
who said it? What'd you say?
I said I didn't even know a song said that. That's wild.
Oh, girl, please. In the 90s, yeah. I think it was Ice Cube and who a couple other people. I came from Too Short and E40, Be Legit, the click. Those was just pop them in the deck. Like, yeah. Yeah, and so now when I think about being a fool and being rebellious, promiscuous, and not having that structure, even though I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, this music changed how we looked at ourselves and what kind of sexual things were accepted. Especially when you grow up with a lot of pimps in your family or in the area, and it's just popcorn pimping or player pimping. It was all somebody's always playing a game, and when you the fool, you can get easily wrapped up because just being naive. And it is what it is, right? It's the culture. It's like when they say I became a product of my environment, but I didn't allow it to overtake me where I'm still there. And that's what I'm proud of today. I
Mm,
moved when it got rough. Yeah, I was the fool. I was rebellious. I did a lot of stuff. But when it got hot and heavy, I knew when to get out of there. I knew how to get out of the fire. And I jumped out of many fires.
mm,
So I think about how the crack epidemic, that war that was plagued on my people and my community, it changed. It changed. I was listening to some old Marvin Gaye and, OJs and stuff that my mom used to listen to. And when the music changed, the people changed, the culture changed, and the mindset changed, right? And when you think about a rebellious spirit, when I think about the rebelliousness, it was no love. It
mm,
was no respect. The respect had changed. The respect became more derogatory towards women, and that was the respect. If you wasn't slapping and pimping, you wasn't respected. And you was a nerd if you wanted an education or you was smart, right? And some of that still goes on today where knowledge wasn't powerful. We would teach, knowledge is power and, get your education. Wasn't nobody listening really.
mm,
It's just like, I'm gonna go out here and make this money because this money is what's talking. This money is paying for my Nikes and my Trues and Voves. That's what we was driving on these 24s. That's what's happening. That school book ain't teaching us nothing. And for me, I could not blame anybody who was on the street on the corner, right? All the teachers was white. They was disrespectful. They had bad attitudes. And I remember in seventh grade at Woolsey Wood, this teacher, I can't remember his name, but everybody hated him, so it wasn't no big deal, right? He don't need to be mentioned, but he was like, if I don't like how you look, I'm gonna give you an F for the day. Oh, that's fucked up. And as students, who are we gonna go to hold counsel for us? You know, if I don't, and he, of course, he was white. If I don't like how you look, I'm gonna give you an F for the day.
mm,
So, remember I said last episode where I screamed and nobody heard me and I talked, nobody listened. These are scenarios where who do I go to?
mm,
And I'm talking about elementary school. This has been a pattern within the educational system. And we can't really blame the we blame the crack epidemic, but it's bigger than that. It's the whole system. How do you collapse the whole system that's enmeshed in bullshit and the plague or the meaning of our people? Education, socialization, the political system is it's a crush, it's a wrap. Knock that down. The whole sector. It's so many levels to the game. And there's so many roles that as black people, we are the fool and we continue to be the fool because we're dependent on a system that doesn't have our best interests.
mm, 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 mm. The system that you speak of, was that a huge reason why people had to essentially make the money how they knew how to make the money?
Well, just think about it. Back in the day, we say 3 generations back. You talk about slavery, or we moved past that. But in the '60s, growing up in a house where you get your hair done, you selling plates, you having card games, you doing the weekend fish fry on Friday. We have fish every Friday.
Mm,
I think as a people, that's who we are. We learn how to navigate and make it work. We didn't have no
mm,
choice. We
mm.
didn't have no choice.
And so, what were some of the things that you all were navigating?
Survival. Come on now.
What does that mean? We talk about thriving, moving from this place of surviving to thriving. How can we move to a place of thriving if we're trapped in this loop of surviving?
I'm
When
glad
we
you asked
think
that
about this
question.
loop, yeah, when we think
That's
about
that's
this,
a that's a
how do
that's
we
a good question. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. It's the mindset. You
mm,
gotta you gotta get out of the old mindset and that paradigm that you ain't good enough and you ain't gonna be shit and ain't nothing out there for you. That's three
depend on
things.
something?
You move past that, right? And then you find your inner self. You pull that cap back and you
Mm,
start to find how to meditate and find God. And you have to find God within yourself, because just because I lived up under a crack house don't mean I went downstairs to go get the dope, right? And
mm-hmm,
it is mind over matter.
mm,
And it takes a lot of time. It takes a wanting and it takes a knowing. It just doesn't. I'm thinking about my cousin right now who's still out there,
mm,
who's still out there. And she called me recently, and my heart, usually I would send her money and shit. I'm working, okay, because I know it. Like, I don't want you out there doing the bullshit. I'd rather go on and give you $40, for your package than to doing dumb shit. But I'm enabling. I'm an enabler. I enable my children. I'm an enabler. I get it, right? And this was the first time I'm like, nigga, I ain't selling you no. I'm not giving you no money. I said selling you. That's the old me. That's the old me. I was like, I'm not sending you no money. We can sit here and talk or whatever. And then as the lighter keeps clicking, I'm like, what? What are you doing? She was like, Tanya, I'm trying to get high. I was like, I gotta go. I got to go. And I didn't realize that she had her utensil in her hand and everything while she talking to me. I had totally blocked that out till I looked. And that's what I mean about being a fool, not even tripping, because I'm not in that mindset, right? I'm not even thinking about what she doing. We
wow,
on FaceTime and and I'm just, the noise is what triggered me because I knew the noise.
wow,
You don't get the fuck off my phone. And I was like, cousin, and she was like, what, get off of drugs? I was like, no, do better, because if you wanted to get off of them, you would have been off of them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a judge where, do you, do you, because I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. I'm gonna do me, do you. But when you want some help, I'll be here. And that's what
oof,
this platform is about.
oof, oof. When you want some help, I'll be here.
Yeah, yeah, of course, yes.
That's
How am I
powerful.
gonna tell somebody who's been doing drugs since they was 15 and they 40 to stop? If you can't stop on your own, that's not my place. My place is to be a shoulder for you to cry on, an ear for me to hear your, whatever you're going through, and set what you doing. And that's what the AA program is about. Is no one can heal or help a recovering addict, but an addict, or it's that reciprocation of understanding and knowing what it feels like to have the monkey on your back, knowing what it
Mm,
feels like to wake up with a hangover, knowing it feels like we, some people just got a natural twitch or jaw be going. It was like, okay, you need your medicine. And that's what part of the game that when you really enmeshed in it, it's like you ain't even get high. You need your medicine because you sick.
Wow.
I've
Dope
been,
sick.
so it's a cold game. And I
Literally
take
shit.
it back to the mindset. It's the mind and it's your spirit. Some people just be out there. We can't cry and whine and ooh-hoo and woe them. You gotta let that shit, you gotta let it go.
Mm.
You have to let it go because even that will kill you. Worrying about somebody else who don't give 2 cents about you.
Wow. That was perfect timing. Can't make that up. Well, you've heard from Reverend Jewel. 50 years of hip hop, a crack epidemic, and the trauma left behind. This episode, we're talking about the fool's journey. You're here with Laura Nicole Haldane, your producer for the day. We want to stop for a moment just to make sure that we plug the services, make sure we acknowledge there's ways to get help. And there's ways here we can get help. We're offering recovery life coaching. When you're done, when you're sick up, when you're fed up, you have a place to come. Come here, come home, Reverend Jewel. Jewel, is there anything you want to say before we head into segment two?
Yeah, the two meditations, SOS, Lifeline meditations, and that's precisely why it's named that because I deal with the organs that are afflicted by drug use or disease of the body and dis-ease of the body. It was
Mm,
heartfelt. I know what it feels like when you need a lifeline and somebody to pull you up out of that water.
mm,
Monday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then
mm,
Thursday, same time, we Black Jewels. It's restorative yoga along with meditation, and we focus on the nadis in the body and AA, the steps of AA, which there's no judgment, it's only healing here, and we do it with love.
mm. Thank you, Jewel. Thank you so much for offering yourself, offering your experience today, and as a continued life practice to be a pillar. We appreciate that. So here we are, stepping into section two, stepping into segment two, the fool's journey. Here we're going to be just talking a little bit about the tarot cards.
Okay, I'm looking at this queen here. She has the sun behind her, a little bag of her whatnots. There's the lion. But there's a greener pasture. And when you're going on a journey, you don't really know the destination at all, and nothing is planned, so to speak, with this, unless it's God's plan. And what I want to speak to is really being in your inner strength and power and being the sun people that we are, that we have the ability to just tap in. And whether it's a rebellious spirit or the revolution side of it, the opposite, that we all have that opportunity when we go through the journey to recognize where we are and accept it not to live with regrets, but then bring that childlike curiosity to really evolve and explore life, because life has its ups and downs. Nobody's perfect. The world is not perfect, but it's how we deal with it. And I'll just tell you a little fun story about being a fool here in Africa. So we're gonna change it and make it a little lighthearted, right?
Uh-huh. Bring it to the present. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna take it to the present, and it's not even a serious story. It's I'm a fool. I decided to take a walk, and I said I'm gonna walk. I put on my little dress, my little sundress, and my plastic flip flops. Now remember the word plastic, right? So I didn't think it was that far. Right choices, two yonders and yonder down the road. I didn't think it was that far. So of course, you being a fool, you meet people on the way, and what's your name? It's Jesus, because I'll be telling everybody my name. And then he was like, huh? And I was like, yeah. He was like, Jesus. I was like, yeah. I'm gonna have a good day. And I walk, I'm gonna walk to the store because I don't walk too often. I go get my little fruits, and by the time I was carrying this bag, I done put on these plastic shoes, done burnt my feet, my ankle done swelled up. And the time I got home, I'm walking like this because I'm tired. And there was a donkey passing on the cart, and I asked him. He was like, no, ain't no room on the cart. So I had to keep walking. And by the time I got home, my foot had swelled up like this, like I'm gonna get you, sucker. And I was just exhausted. And I was just exhausted. It was like, better than walking out in Africa in the hot. Everything is dirt, right? It's hot. So the dust done flew in my shoes and done burnt my foot. My foot is swollen, my ankles hurt, and I'm just overwhelmed. But I made it. So even though I was a fool, at least I made it home. At least I made it home. Like, oh my God, there's so many ways that the experiences here is, I am the foreigner. Didn't even know how to properly adorn myself to take a walk. There's preparations in life, and we need to acknowledge it. We need to be on guard. I thought my little story was funny. You didn't crack a joke at all. You're so serious.
Um, Pause for a minute, so we kind of missed a little bit of it. So when you were like the this part
Oh,
of it,
oh,
I felt like that was supposed to be the funny part,
that was
but
supposed to be the
we
funny.
didn't catch none of it. We didn't catch none of it.
Oh, oh,
Well, we take it in strides. Obviously, it wasn't meant to be said, whatever was said, but we heard you. And we heard you that you got home and it was a long journey, but you learned that day.
yeah.
That was going to be the day that you had to learn. Sure. So I definitely want to ask to maybe talk a little bit more about the archetype of the fool. What it? Why is it a major arcana?
Because we are the fool. We are
Mm,
the one that's the fool when we go out on our journey. We don't know nothing. And you
mm,
can put it in this mindset as you puberty to a young adulthood where you think you know everything and then you find out you don't know nothing. That's a perfect analogy of the fool, being the
mm,
fool. You think you know, and then you're rebellious. It's a rebellious energy and a curious energy. And if you
mm,
want to go back further, you can even think about a baby being born into the world and don't got to learn how to walk, how to talk, how to eat, how to walk. So of course not to be mean, but you can call a child a fool because it has to learn as well. But there's
mm,
all, every 7 years we change, right? Every 7 years there's a new marker for us. And each year we learn something that we didn't have before that 7 years. So 0 to 7, 7 to 14, 14 to 21. And then some people don't never learn. They stay a fool.
mm. Stay in that baby stage. So
Hmm.
tell me, why is it zero and not one?
Zero is a number that is counted but not counted. It's recognized. And there's a perfect poem, and I don't have that poem. You caught me off of guard, but it goes something like, One plus one is two, and it's the male and female energy. One plus one is two, then plus one more is the three. That three equals four, and it's the four corners of the earth, and the zero is the center. Nor am I counted, nor am I ignored.
Wow, the Fool. The Fool is the center of the experience.
Yes.
What is the purpose of the numbers in the major arcanas? Because I feel like I neglected to mention that the zero comes from the numbers that are placed
It's
right
a
for each.
placeholder. It's a placeholder. We're not counting it, but we're not ignoring it. So it's the
Mm,
center, and the center explodes out, right? So we're not ignoring it. We know that it's there.
mm. So we start here at zero, and as we traverse, as we travel along the different major arcanas, going from 1 to 22,
Mhm.
we're going through that journey from the perspective of the Fool. Is that correct? Or did I
That
get
is
that wrong?
very correct. So the fool will meet the magician and meet the high priest, and you go on. So the fool takes the walk and meet these different archetypes that are personalities or egos, energies, and he goes on his journey. Some days there's good days, some days they're bad days. I love the death card because that's transition. I love the hangman because that's new perspectives. I love the moon because those are illusions and the things, the lies that we tell ourselves at night. I love the high priestess because that's our intuition, our inner knowing, and our spirituality, or, I was gonna say intuition, I said that again. The emperor standing in that power, the empress, all of these things. We're the fool that goes on this journey, and we have to transform.
Mm,
We have to. If we don't learn, we don't get it. If we
mm,
don't change, we don't get it. We're stuck. And you know what? Excuse me. We're stuck until we get it. And some people realize they stuck, and some people don't. You be in class and the student be like, I don't understand. And you're like, why? Damn, don't you get what? If you don't know, you just don't know. And you be ready to move on, and the teacher try to take them and guide them through it. And sometimes they get it, sometimes you don't. And then you realize that you just gotta let this person go until they catch
mm.
up.
We talked about that with people who were still using.
Hmm. Yeah.
So we let people experience their own fool's journey.
All right. Definitely.
Yeah, that's a lesson.
Hmm.
That's a lesson for us as fools too, right? And experiencing other people having their fool's journey.
Yes. 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 And there's no judgment. There is no judgment. And growing up, I learned not to be judgmental because I've seen so much. And it's like if you know somebody's story, how can you judge them? If you know where somebody's coming from and what they've been through, how can you place judgment on them?
Mm, mm, mm. That's a elevated way of moving through life with other people.
Mhm.
It takes a level of experience, be able to sit in the discomfort of others and still accept people where they are in their journeys.
And you know what? I hated to be judged. I would hear my grandmama or my aunties talking about other family members or who in the congregation, and I hated it. I hated
Mm,
I hated the table of gossip. And it talks
mm,
about it in the Bible. Don't be seated with the table of gossipers. And I was like, as I got older, and not too long ago, right? Because I it ain't too far off. I don't like to judge people. I don't judge people. I ain't got shit to talk about somebody else because I don't want
mm,
nobody talking about me. And it could be wrong, right, or indifferent. I'm not gonna place no judgment on nobody. And it comes down to I'm the type of person I'm gonna let you screw over me till I get tired. I'm gonna give everybody equal opportunity to get to know me, get to know what type of person I am, and if I see something that I don't like, I'm gonna push my. I'm just. I ain't even gonna tell you. I just ain't gonna deal with you no more.
Mm,
Be one day I ain't gonna answer the phone. That's it.
mm,
And it don't make me nothing. It's like I'm good. I'm good.
mm, mm. Yeah, it's where you are in your journey.
Hmm.
It makes sense. And
I'm
so
at.
I want to ask this last question. We got about 5 more minutes in this segment before we head to our last segment of spiritual practice. Thinking about the lessons that you've learned during the full journey, even learned as you are working through tarot, where did you see and where do you see the lessons of the fool showing up in your life?
Adulting. Self-criticism has been removed.
Ooh,
Regrets are gone. Loving myself. Not having a rebellious spirit. Having
mm,
a wanting spirit, a wanting to learn, a wanting to grow, a wanting to know better, and then doing it. El, when you've walked in my shoes, or imagine walking in my shoes. My mother died at 14. I had a child that died. I had a husband die from lung cancer. I I struggled in my adult life with self-esteem, self-identity, not self-identity. I always loved my beautiful black self, right? But always wanting and needing love and validation. You got to grow out of that, and it takes a lot of shadow work. And it might sound messed up, but it's like I partnered with the devil because I'm going to get you back, and it's going to be so sweet. That was a
mm,
lesson that I had to stop doing stuff when I got mad. And that's why I can't judge people. I just have to accept it. I'm not vengeful anymore. I was the type of female, I'm flattening your tires, I'm busting out your windows. Um, I disciplined my children. Like, there was so much going on. I had to help myself. And I was in a lot of recovery rooms, a lot of hospitals, a lot of vacations. And I'm not talking about jail, I'm talking about I just need to sleep for a week. I had a couple best friends that are still my friends to this day, and it was like I'm coming. I go to Fairfield, Vallejo, wherever. Like I had some hideouts, and thank God I had some hideouts, and Seattle was one of them. Like I'm going to my sister's house. And I love my sister for that. Leanne, I love you for that because I done did something and I got to leave for a little while. That's you can't place judgment on people. You meet them where they at. It's like when you're ready, I'll be here. And that's where I'm at now. I'm ready to be of service for somebody because I've been there.
mm, mm. So why tarot? Why are you doing this
Oh
work?
my. So it's such a beautiful experience because I grew up in Christianity where I wouldn't even touch a tarot cards 10 years ago, 5 years ago. But what I learned is that the major arcana, these life lessons and energies and personalities was who you want to evolve into from the fool into an empress, the high priestess. That's my calling because I always had a spiritual connection. And thank God I had a spiritual connection because it was things that I just wouldn't do out there in the world, right? I'm not doing it. You can't get me to do it. We can fight. I ain't got a problem with fighting. And as I look back now and being the fool, had I not evolved, had I not learned to change my trajectory, I would still be there. So tarot is a wonderful way to utilize this tool to have insight and to navigate. You could take the tarot cards and you could do a daily spread, and see what your energy is like. Like for instance, Spirit, Big Mama, tell me what the energy need. 10 of Wands. We ain't carrying that load no more. We ain't got to do it on our own.
Wow.
6 of Disc or the Pentacles. Community sharing, problem solving together, giving, reciprocity, or whatever the word is. I'm tired. But giving to others, and it's a balance. It's a balance. We ain't got to do it alone. You could just go to the tarot every morning and see what's up. And what's so wonderful about it is spirit don't lie. Spirit can't lie to you. So when you're dealing with the spirit, it'll give you something like just be diligent. Stay on your shit. This is the 7 of Disc. You will be rewarded for your hard work. That's why tarot. Come and get your realignment consultation. We could work on it. We may not can fix it, but we could work on it, and this is a tool to use, another tool that we have that we could use. And there's nothing wrong with accessing the spiritual realm. Some people, are afraid, or, oh, that's demonic, and now you dealing with the spirits and you talking to the spirits. You hear voices all your life and didn't know that was spirit trying to tell you this, don't do what you're doing, don't go out the door. Ain't that your spirit talking to you? Oh, I knew I shouldn't have did that. Or I knew I should have brought that person when it was on sale. I knew I should have got it. I'm mad I didn't get it. That spirit talking to you. Why not go a little bit further? Settle your mind, meditate, and ask spirit what you need to know for the day.
Jewel, that's powerful. And what's even powerful is how you've leaned into spirit to teach you, to grow you beyond what we talked about before, the 50 years of hip hop, the crack epidemic, and the trauma left behind. We need this help. We need to learn these skills.
Definitely. And I'm here to teach you.
Right.
I'm not here
So
to
taking
be
into our
dogmatic.
say
Huh?
it again.
I said I'm not here to be judgmental and dogmatic.
I love that. As we head into our segment 3, I want to give some space for you to just talk a little bit about your service. Jewel Tarot reading, Black Jewel Tarot reading. We got a YouTube page where you can find us, Black Jewel Tarot reading, but you also offer a service. Tell us how we can get a reading. Tell us how we can learn about what spirit's trying to tell us. We want to know. So tell us how to
Definitely,
tap in.
definitely email me at blackjewel, 2 L's, I'm special, 555@gmail.com. You can always just call me. +1-971-678-0369. Email, phone number, DM me, Instagram, Black Jewel Tarot, Facebook, Jewel Colbert, Black Jewel. There's a couple Facebook pages. I'm here. TikTok, Ebertha Jewel, my foundation. I am here, I'm out there, and I'm ready and available to assist. And donations are always welcome at $ One Life Jewel.
One life. So we're gonna have that for y'all in the description, and we're gonna post a comment that has all of those items.
You froze a little bit.
Exactly where to come and get your reading.
Okay. And
Like coaching.
okay, I was gonna say, in my coaching,
Thank you for that.
your
So
coach,
we're gonna have, just repeat it again. We're gonna have,
yeah,
yeah, we're gonna have.
it's freezing.
I'm like this lagging a little bit. Let me slow down just a little bit. I got you. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a comment on the video for today.
L,
I'm
when you stop
going to put
lagging,
the email address in there where you can book.
this is wonderful.
Did it stop lagging?
I wanted you to speak about your experience in working with me in my recovery program and how you felt after doing your radical forgiveness sheet and your homework sheets that I've given you. Speak to the people about that.
Yeah, perfect. I think that's a wonderful way to segment into our segment 3, our spiritual practice. But before we go to our segment 3, I want to make sure, because there's been a little bit of a lag, that I let you know that in the comment section and in our description, there is going to be the name of a TikTok page, name of the YouTube page, Instagram page, and Cash App. In the comment section, there's going to be the email. And the email is for booking your readings and booking your appointments with Recovery Life Coach Reverend Jewel Colbert. That's it right this time. Hey, come on, little French sometime. So let me get our timer started as we head into our last segment for the evening today. This is our segment on spiritual practice. We talked a little bit about tarot reading. We talked a little bit about, sort of why it was important and important to the process of, healing through the trauma left behind the crack epidemic. So here we are. We're going to teach you something. We're going to learn you something. We're going to start by just giving you a little bit of experience, giving you a little bit of understanding of what takes place. So I came to S.O.S meetings maybe about the beginning of November, end of November, right?
November,
And I honestly didn't know what I was getting into. I was just like, let me, go in here and support this space and see what this is about. What I came to learn through being present in the practice, being present with sitting, being present with listening, is that a lot of the skills that are taught along the way in this process applies and have applied to my life, not just my life, my mother's life, and my father's life, in ways that I couldn't even really put together and piece together. When I realized that my family is a family of hustlers, that's when it clicked for me. Like, oh, okay. They got some skin in the game. They got some information and some stories they even never told me. And there was a reason why they sheltered me in the way in which they sheltered me. And why they chose the practice that they chose, why they chose to hustle the candy, why they chose to hustle the braiding, why they chose to hustle the hot pickles. For them, it was life or death. And out of my entire 30 some years of living, I didn't even realize how deep that went. So I give thanks for this process. I give thanks for this practice. I give thanks for being able to be present with my proximity to the crack epidemic and the traumas that have been left behind. I'm remembering my uncle. I'm remembering my neighbors. I'm remembering my best friend's mothers, my best friend's father, my best friend's uncle. I didn't leave unscathed. I was not unscathed. And I know that now. So thank you, Joy.
So I would like to take a break there. I'm gonna prepare my space, stretch my legs, and I will go into a lifeline meditation, and I'll be right back.
While she's away, I want to reiterate her TikTok name is Epithra EPHRATHJEWELL. Our YouTube page is Black Jewel Tarot. That's Black as in BLACK, Jewel JEWELL Tarot. TAROT. And lastly, our Instagram is Black BLACK underscore Jewel JEWELL underscore tarot. You can find us there, where we'll have links to all of our information, all of our pages, as well as access to our email where you can book your reading and book your session with Reverend Jewel Corbett. Recovery Life Coaching. While we wait, oh,
Perfect. Last sip of water. I encourage everybody to drink water. Let's cleanse, let that water just flow through us, healing us. Water is health. Water is life. That's what I was gonna say. Water is life. Water gives us life. Get comfortable in your chair. We're gonna take 3 deep breaths. You'll hear the chime. And this is called the heart center meditation that we're going to do in this S.O.S, this Lifeline short meditation. How many minutes we got, El? Can look. We good?
11. We have 11 minutes.
Okay. You can close your eyes, lower them, just be comfortable. And we call in harmony and wholeness. We calling in victory and healing. We call up to our ancestors and our guides to heal our pains and our sorrows and all those things that we have to say goodbye to move forward. We're breathing deep from the diaphragm. If you like, you can hold your right hand over the diaphragm. My hand is placed open palm in my lap. And I want you to gently allow your shoulders to just roll back. We're open up this stuck energy in the chest. And just go with the flow, nothing hard. And breathe deep. Now, these energy centers have to be open. It's going to be a relaxing of this energy. I want you to take both hands, rub them together. We're going to get the energy flowing in our extremities. And continue to breathe. Continue to breathe. And just slow down that energy. Just relax. Take both hands. Tap on your temples, your pointer and your middle finger. Continue to breathe with your eyes lowered. Imagine yourself being freed from all your aches in your body. See your blood flowing, being purified with each breath. And your temples is that little indentation by your ear. Gentle. This is clearing our head space. And just move forward, meeting both your hands in the middle. So forward L, your forehead, relieving the pressure. Sometimes when you get headaches, around your brow, and you're doing it, I know you know this one already, you doing. Elle is a wonderful example. She's been working with us for quite a while. She knows the moves before I even start doing it. Yes, you ready? Go down to the nose. Your sinuses in here. Relieving the pressure off of the nasal cavity. And we don't want wrinkles around our mouth. You ready to move down, L? Mm-hmm. Good job. Feel it. Feel that energy moving. Let's go down to the throat chakra. Now here's your lifeline. It's the heart. Go nicely. Now what I do is just I simultaneously on the left side. And I breathe, and I ask you to breathe deeply with me. We're just getting this energy moving out of the heart so we could breathe and we could live and allow that love. So see it in your mind's eye, love. We're going to take that white light from the cosmos and channel that energy right through our crown chakra. And then we're going to go straight down our chest, our solar plexus, and that's your diaphragm, right up there above your diaphragm is the solar plexus. Good job, Elle, thank you. We're releasing this stuck energy. Continue to breathe. Now, you wouldn't believe the stress that we carry in our thighs and our knees, and as this is a chair meditation, we're going to breathe for about a minute here, and then we're going to take it down to our knees. So continue to breathe deep. Some of us struggle with a lot of digestive issues, constipation. Let's move this into a circle L, clockwise. We're touching our intestines and move as further back to the side as you can, but clockwise. We're releasing this stuck energy. This helps digestion, the colon to move. And I'm not really keeping track of time, so if I'm off by 30 seconds, bear with me, family. We're here to just learn and be with each other and support each other. Go ahead and take both your hands and your right hand on your right thigh. your left on your left thigh, and we're going up and down to the knee as far as you can reach. But what is crucial here is that we do it from the side of our thigh and then the inner thigh. The inner thigh is where we hold a lot of anger. So open your legs, hit them knotties between your thighs, go on around to the sides of your thighs, and we're just going to make some circular motions and continue to tap, releasing the stuck energy. And this down between your thighs is the root chakra. This is where our sexual desires are. You know, the desires of what I ain't got and I want, those cravings. So we're going to release some of these on this still the full moon. It's operational tonight, if that's a term you want to use, but it's out for another day. So we're giving it up. We're making it anew. Writing down our goals tonight of what we want to see manifest in our life. And so now we're going to take our first two fingers, and we're going to tap. Now right here, I'm going to give you, this is a crucial point. If you're having a heart attack, you dump the first finger like that. You can't breathe, your chest is tight. That's a gem right there. Then in between the thumb, let's release this pressure. Continue to breathe. Hold your arm out. And then right here in the inner forearm. And just be gentle with yourself. But we're releasing this energy tonight, baby. We're releasing this and going to that shoulder and the collarbone. Right up in here, and we're just going to tap back and forth for a few. Now come into the center. Breathe deep. And we're going to take it down. We're going to take the left and we're going to do exactly, but we're going to stay right here and tap and do it this way. Shoulder, neck to the side, inner arm, between the thumb and the first finger. Release that energy, your lifeline right there. You can tap. Just breathe though. Make sure you're breathing. We're releasing it tonight. We're letting it go. All right, shake it out. Okay, so that's it. That's it. That's the
One more
all
time.
expressing exactly what where the point is, and then just drop them, swing them, allow them in your lap, stretch it out, whatever you need to do, family. Okay, you taking it there. She's an advanced student.
The shoulders, I know where it's at.
In the advanced, especially when we're on the computer hunched up and like this. So this is a good way to. And so now we give it back. We give thanks. Listen for the chime. Breathe deep as far as you can, and take the breath from the bottom of your feet. And then we're gonna release it up and let go. We're breathing in through the nostrils and out through the mouth, carrying that breath up to the sky, releasing anger, hate, fear. Oh, let it go, let it go. And this is going to be 5 chimes. 5 is the number of change. 4 is the number of stability, so plant your feet firmly on the ground. We are stable in our foundation. And 5, we are changing together. stay in this meditative space and we're going to do metta. Sending metta is loving kindness. First, we send metta to ourselves, then we send metta to a loved one, a neutral person, a person we're challenged by, the child within, and then our Sangha. Sangha is another word for tribe, our community. So first, close your eyes and see yourself where you're at, as you are, and say, may I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free of danger. Mute your mic. May I be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May I be peaceful, kind, wise, and skillful. May I be at ease. So next, and you say this out loud if you're in a safe space, but whoever your loved one is, see that person in your mind's eye, meet them where they're at in a deep, compassionate voice, deep conviction. Will you be happy? Will you be healthy? Excuse me. Will you be free of danger? Will you be free of suffering and the causes of suffering? Will you be peaceful, kind, wise, and skillful? May you be at ease. To a neutral person, this is a passerby, somebody you see, you don't really know, at the market, in the liquor store, wherever you at, on the road, but see them in your mind's eye and say, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of danger. May you be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May you be peaceful, kind, wise, and skillful. May you be at ease. Next is the challenged person. Somebody you had an argument with, something just ain't said right, you can't sleep because they done got on your nerves or whatever it is. But see that person in your mind's eye with your eyes closed and tell them. And even if you're the challenged person, meet yourself where you at. Sometimes I'm the challenged person in my own life. Say, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of danger. May you be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May you be peaceful, kind, wise, and skillful. May you be at ease. Now we move to that child within, or we can even say the fool on the fool's journey. But see that child at any age, and that child that is definitely you, with love in your heart. Say, may you be happy. The full expression of love. May you be healthy. May you be free of danger. May you be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May you be peaceful, kind, wise, and skillful. May you be at ease. And I like to give my child a hug, that child that is me. I invite you to hug your child. You can release or stay in there as we go to our Sangha, our community, and see them as they are, and say, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of danger. May you be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May you be peaceful, kind, wise, and skillful. May you be at ease. I don't even seem like it was enough. But as we go on to the Metta Sutta, the Metta Sutta is the Buddhist words on kindness. And this is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove. Wishing in gladness and in safety, may all beings be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another. Even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child, so with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, freed from hatred and ill will. Whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness, one should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding, but not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world. That will conclude tonight's sit, our S.O.S. Lifeline meditation, 50 years of hip hop, the crack epidemic, and the trauma left behind. This is Reverend Black Jewel, and I'm out.